take 53. For the first time in my life, I am speechless. Hello my loves. So this is like, I don't know, maybe the 98th time of me filming this introduction. Just can't seem to get it right. I don't actually know what to say because the title does tell all. Do you know what I mean? I'm sweltering. I need to put my fan on. Okay, I turned it off so you couldn't hear it in the background, but listen, it's going on because I am sweating. Where do I begin? Let's just get this introduction over and done with. Hello my loves and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name's Jodie if you're new here. If you are new here, then welcome. As you will have seen by the title, I am pregnant. It still seems strange. I can't get over it either. I know. Yeah, I'm pregnant. I have been filming this video for the last few months. I didn't get as much footage as I would have liked. Now sat here currently 19 weeks and 2 days pregnant to be precise. It's literally gone like that. I thought it was going to be this whole massive thing where like every single day I'd be coming at you with a new symptom. But in reality, I have been really lucky, really blessed to say that obviously you will see in the coming clips, you have a couple of symptoms at the beginning, but right now, I'm out of breath. Other than the fact that I am growing this huge belly, which I cannot comprehend, I don't feel pregnant. I've got a decaf tea. I'm drinking decaf tea. Decaf tea bags. It's not quite Yorkshire tea. You gotta do what you can. So yeah, huns, get yourself a nice hot beverage. And I will tell you where it all started. So when a man and a woman love each other so much, special things happen. They do. Me and Stefan had been trying, sort of not. I feel like I've got a lot to say and I'm gonna like mess it all up, but I am gonna try and tell you in chronological order. From the moment I met Stefan, I knew he was the one. He was the one that I wanted to have my children with. We've been together for 2 years now. Obviously, watchers of my channel will know Stefan very well. He's in most of my vlogs. So yes, no time like the present. For the last 12 months, I haven't been on any contraception. If you do watch my videos, you'll know that I've had a proper problem with contraception over the years, in the fact that none of it agrees with me anyway. So it just so happened that I found a man that I wanted to have a baby with. So, you know, I didn't need any contraception. Is that inappropriate? Every single month, I was like, I'm not pregnant. And like for the first couple of months, I was like, it's fine because, you know, we're living our best lives. It is what it is. So we weren't desperate. Then at the end of last year, it kind of got to a point where I was getting kind of upset at the fact that I felt like I could potentially not be able to have children. I say that because Stefan already has a little girl, which is not something that I talk about too much on my channel. That half of my life I keep private, but just to put it into context, I thought I can't have kids. I said after Christmas, if this obviously is still happening, then I'm just intrigued to find out like what's going on. I'm using the Flow app, which is an app for tracking your periods. I've used that for years anyway because my periods are very sporadic. So like we'd hit the 12-month mark and I was getting a little bit stressed. I was getting stressed, not gonna lie. Stephanie's very much a calm, practical person and saying like, listen, you know, everything will work out as it should. The more you get stressed, the more it ain't gonna happen, sisters. So, you know, we spent the beginning of the year in Prague, which was amazing. Started up a little bit of a business together on the side, so that kept us really busy. I don't know whether you remember, again if you're a watcher of mine, in February I went for a smear. Whilst I was having said smear, I said to the lady, because she was so nice, obviously I'm aware that she couldn't test my fertility at that point during that smear, but I was like, is there any chance like you could give me a little bit of information on like what do I do if I am struggling to conceive? She said sort of give it 2 years or so. Didn't want to hear that. And then if you speak to your doctor, they can start investigating your fertility and stuff. Unbeknownst to me, I was 4 days pregnant. And then I started at the beginning of the year, I was like, this year I'm gonna get really serious about my training, of healthy lifestyle side of things. And I was training really hard and I was introducing more cardio. And I was putting on weight and I thought, I felt puffy. Like my boobs were swollen, my belly was swollen. And I was like, am I due on my period? For a number of weeks I was like, this isn't correct, something's not quite right here. And then, as you will see in the beginning of the footage, my first pregnancy test was negative. I do talk a little bit before it, and obviously I was pregnant at the time, but my test came up negative. And this can happen. Possible to get a negative result if you test too early. Like, it's so weird because we spend our early teens terrified of getting pregnant. It's only when you actually come to try and get pregnant where you realise that there is only a very, very short time in your monthly cycle of when you can get pregnant. It's the most bizarre thing. It just goes to show that when you put some thought into it and you really try, and like, it's just crazy to me. In terms of my mental health, it was not doing me very well because I was becoming very, very bitter. I'll be honest. I can imagine that people who have been trying for years and years and years, that have been in really, really long-term relationships, and they're so desperate for a child. Like, I feel like I had like just a little glimpse of that. It was really hard. Like, every month I would just end up in floods of tears. God, I'm gonna cry now. But yeah, I spent the time editing this video and second guessing everything that I was saying, and thinking to myself, am I going to offend someone by saying that? Do I come across like I'm mourning? I hate being negative and I hate whinging and mourning, but sometimes in this video I feel like I am, and I just want you to know that I know how blessed I am. One, be pregnant, and two, actually barely have any symptoms at this moment in time. Like, people keep saying to me, how are you? Are you alright? Are you alright? I'm like, yeah, I am fine. Like, I am absolutely fine. I am growing a human. I can't get over that. And obviously in this video we find out the gender. I don't think I've actually mentioned that. I assume at this point I will have put my little Instagram reel on, my big announcement, because who do I think I am? So you may have guessed the gender from that. If not, obviously you'll find out in this vlog. So I am literally halfway through my pregnancy at this point, and it is absolutely flown by. I do feel like we've only just started telling people. I feel like I'm blabbing now. So I'm gonna let you watch the rest of this video. Thank you so much for listening so far. I really, really hope you enjoy it. And welcome on this journey to motherhood. Can't believe it. I don't actually say it in this video, but go and follow me over on Instagram, where I hopefully will be posting more content. Now, I have not posted many pictures or anything of that sort in like 4.5 months, because I've had a belly on me since the beginning. And to be honest, like, a few times in this video I'm going, I'm massive, I'm massive. I know about it now. I literally had a tiny blow and I was going, yeah, I'm massive. I am so dramatic. That's another thing as well. Like, please do not judge me, because I am the most dramatic person you'll ever meet, and I am big now. Like, I look like I'm wearing a tent right now. Here's the bum. My belly is very, very white because fake tan is not a priority in my life anymore. I just cannot be bothered. Like, I fake tan my boobs and then the day after it comes off because they're so big and sweaty. That's disgusting. You do not need to know that. Here we are. Go and follow me over on Instagram. It's @joewoodby_. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for sticking with me. Welcome on this journey. I'm so excited. Mwah. Mwah. P.S. Grab some tissues, because it's emotional. Hello, darlings. If you are watching this, and this is probably sometime after me filming it, and I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm like over a week late on my period, which is not like me at all. My heart is literally thumping. So I literally bought these like last week, and they've been in the boot of my car because I literally convince myself every month. So I didn't want to do it too soon, but I'm like, I think I'm like 9 days late or something now, and I've got a constant bellyache. I feel sick all the time, and yeah, I've been at home. I finished work this morning, and I've been at home all morning, and I just haven't done it. I've just kept putting it off and putting it off. I'm just gonna do it. I went into a supermarket last week to get these, and then I walked out. And then I went into a different supermarket, a supermarket that's actually got a self-serve till, and I had it like under my arm. Anyway. Honestly, like my heart is racing. My boobs do swell like when I'm coming on my period, and I just thought it was that, but it's been like I said, it's like 9 days now. I just wanted to do a bit of an update really. 2 days since no it's not. Yeah, 2 days since I did my pregnancy test that came back negative. I'm still not on my period. I've still got my boobs are killing. I've got really bad stomach cramps. I've been asleep all afternoon on the couch, which is not like me. I'm never ever like that. I didn't want to go to the gym yesterday. I just did not feel well. So yeah, I really don't know what's going on with my body. I do need to do another test, but I just can't deal with the rejection. I just don't want to see another negative, I don't. So yeah, I just wanted to update you. It's the 29th of March now. I just need to do another test. Maybe I'll wait till tomorrow. So we are now potentially like a week since I did that first test, and this happened. I don't know whether you can actually see them, but they are positive. So I did that first test and I was 9 days late when I did the first one, and it did come up negative initially. And I was so upset because I was genuinely convinced, but I was convinced every month, like every month. If I was a day late, 2 days late, I was like, I'm pregnant, I'm pregnant. So when it came up negative, I was absolutely heartbroken. But I didn't do another test that night. I didn't do another test for a few days. And Stefan was like, you need to do another test. And I couldn't bring myself to film it because I just felt so embarrassed. When I looked, so the test that was negative, I just chucked it back in the box and put it behind the toilet. I was like, oh, I can't be arsed. When I looked at it later that night, the second line had come up, but I was like, oh, it's probably just a dodgy test, or I don't know, whatever. So anyway, yeah, a few days later, I did another one. It was positive. At that point, I was like, what do I do now? What do I do? So we had a few days where we was like, I feel like it's not real, like it's not happened, I don't know. I don't feel pregnant. I just feel like I've got stomach ache all the time. I am starving all the time, but I was anyway. I am a hungry person, so I was always hungry. So I was like, I'm just trying to convince myself that I'm pregnant, and I'm not. Anyway, I'm actually just heading out now to the doctors. So I rang the doctors because I think this is what you do. I haven't spoke to my mum. I can't believe I've not told my mum. Like, I literally tell my mum everything. And whenever I've been around her, I'm like covering myself up, because I am bloated. Like, I would not be surprised if they go, actually you're about 4 months pregnant, because I look massive. Since I did that test, my stomach is huge. It's huge. And I was with my mum the other day, but I had like a jacket on and a scarf. It was roasting, the sun was out. I was fucking roasting. Dying to tell her, but me and Stefan want to wait till we're both together so we can tell her together. Everybody else as well, obviously. But yeah, it's crazy. So it's the 5th of April. So I don't know how far into the pregnancy I am. I have no idea. Not a clue. Not a clue. I was trying to show you my stomach. Like, what is that? Yeah, I do just think it's bloating. That is some serious bloat, let me tell you. So yeah, I'm really struggling with what to wear at the minute, because obviously nobody knows. Not a soul not at all. I don't know how to feel. I really don't. Like, when I did the test and it was positive, I cried, and like Stefan was like tearing up. And I was like, no, 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 it's not real. It's not real. It's not happening. It's not happening. So I'm just gonna head off for my little doctor's appointment. So I am just gonna film, you know, the first trimester, which is probably nearly over with the size of it. But I just wanted to get as much as possible and show you. So, yeah. They are a little bit wee stained now because I have had them for about a week now. You are not gonna believe what's just happened. I've walked into the doctor's, and who's sat there? Only my mum. I didn't know she was going to the doctor's. I haven't heard from her over the past 24 hours, so I didn't know she was going to the doctor's, and now she knows, and now I'm really upset about that. It's been really special, and now it's not. Anyway, I am definitely pregnant. I am approximately 6 weeks and 1 day. I just found out that I cannot have soft-boiled eggs. And I've never wanted a soft-boiled egg so much in my life as I do right now, knowing that I can't have one. There are lots of things that I can't eat as a pregnant lady. Who knew? Smoked salmon is one of them. Love smoked salmon. But nevertheless, obviously all worth it for little bambino. So yeah, it's just a bit of a waiting game now. She sent me I didn't know all this, so I think you might find this useful if you're trying. She sent me a link to a maternity self-referral. Basically, choose a hospital, I think, of where to go, and they will contact me for my 12-week scan, which will obviously be in another 6 weeks. But yeah, I'm obviously going to bring you along for the ride for every little appointment or every something different, you know. Food for me right now is life. I cannot leave the house without food. Like, if I know I'm leaving the house, I need to pack my little bag with food in it, because I am hungry all the time. I'm concentrating on eating all the right things. I am craving shit food. I'm craving McDonald's, I'm craving bacon butties, I'm craving chocolate, I'm craving biscuits, like I'm craving everything because I'm so hungry all the time. Yeah, as in like specific cravings, I haven't really got any. I'm just enjoying food. I am aware that some people do drink coffee when they're pregnant. We are still on the same day now, by the way, but I'm in a very vloggy mood. If I do look like I've been crying, that's because I have. I just watched Imogen Hudson's gender reveal, and her dad makes my heart melt. He is amazing. He cries at everything, but like doesn't hide it, and I love that. I love that in a man. I think what a sweet man he is. So yeah, so she's just found out she's having another girl, and yeah, it just makes me wonder, like, am I having a girl or a boy? And honestly, I would love either. At what point would I find out if I was having twins? Like, how amazing would that be? Obviously that would be quite the challenge. So crazy. I still don't believe it, but let me tell you, I'm just hungry 24/7. I know I did actually say that earlier. Like, so when I nipped to the doctor's, I've put my mum off the scent, by the way. So I nipped to the doctor's, saw my mum in there, and I was like, oh shh. And I didn't actually say what I was in there for. It was her that said, you're not pregnant, are you? She knows that we've been trying for quite a while. Well, we just called it not trying. That's what we called it. We're not trying, because like, we love our life. Like, we have an amazing life, an amazing relationship. And if this was to happen, which obviously it has done, it wasn't going to be a bad thing. Like, this was our aim eventually, but we weren't putting like a time limit on it. Although I was getting a little bit stressed, because I thought, is there something like, can I not get pregnant? That's what I thought. Put my mum off the scent, because she was like, you're not pregnant, are you? So I just like sort of laughed it off, and then I went to hers afterwards for some scrambled egg on toast because I was so hungry, and she said, so are you pregnant or not? And I just said, Mum. She went, you don't need to tell me, you don't need to tell me. I said, Mum. I just said it was just like a fertility check. I'm sorry Mum, sorry for lying, because that's what I was actually going to do. We did say, this was before Christmas, I said to Stefan, if after Christmas I'm not pregnant. I'm gonna go and get like a test or something to check the fertility, like to check my fertility, because I was a little bit concerned about it. But you know, I honestly believe things happen for a reason, and I know that sounds so cliche, and it was the last thing I wanted to hear at the time when I was sort of, I don't know whether you would class it as struggling, because like I said, we wasn't desperate, but I did begin to get a little bit upset each month when it hadn't happened. I was using the Flow app, and I felt like everyone was pregnant. Whenever I went on my phone, like everybody was pregnant. It was just pregnancy everywhere, and I was getting to a point where I was like, oh my god, I felt like I was surrounded by it. So I can only imagine like how it must feel for people that have been trying for years and years and years. Like, it must be so hard. But I do think like when it's meant to happen, it will happen. Like 6 weeks and 1 day. I so far, like, my symptoms, nausea, not terrible, but I have got it. Usually a little bit of a snack or something usually sorts that right out. Stomach pain, like you would not believe, like feels like severe like cramping, like severe period pains. Have I been blurry that whole time? Probably. It's like stomach ache comes and goes, like these little pains come and go. Last week obviously I knew then that I was pregnant, and I sort of hit a brick wall with motivation terribly. Like, did not go to the gym, and I did think like, oh no, like, is this what it's going to be like? Am I going to be one of them people that just can't get out of bed? I felt sick like every day. I felt really sick. If I did anything strenuous, I felt sick. I sort of, over the past week, I don't know whether I've just got used to it. I've slowly like got myself back into the gym this week. I went to Pilates last night, and I've never done Pilates before. But I knew it wasn't obviously going to be running about and, you know, doing box jumps and stuff. But I thought that'd probably be a good way to like get myself back into the gym. I really enjoyed it, and I felt so much better afterwards. The days I felt worse are the days that I haven't moved around because I felt bad. I've felt sick and gone, I'm not going to go to the gym today because I feel sick. Whereas this week I've took a little bit of a different approach, and I've gone, right, I don't feel great. I feel a little bit sickly. I don't feel great. I'll have a little bit of a snack, maybe something like you know, them like Rice Krispie bars, something a little bit sugary to give myself a little bit of a boost, and go to the gym or go for a walk. And honestly, I have felt tons better. My bloating hasn't been as bad. And I think a lot of it is it's taking your mind off it, so you're not focused on the fact that you feel like shit. And this isn't just through pregnancy, this is real life. Like, I've always said, like, if you are poorly and you're off work sick, you feel worse because you sat about focusing on the fact that you don't feel well. And that's the approach I'm taking, is to just try and take my mind off it. Like I said last night, I really looked forward to it. I went to Pilates, I really enjoyed it, felt great afterwards, and then I went and did a 7 AM class this morning, which was a cardio based class. Obviously I'm only 6 weeks, so I haven't got, like, I have got a bit of a belly, but I don't know whether that's just me, whether I've just got a belly, I don't know. So I have just been conscious, like, if we did any like burpees or throwing myself about on the floor or anything, I was just carefully throwing myself on the floor. But I had the chat with the GP that I saw earlier, and I said to her that I do live quite an active lifestyle, and I'm not going to stop that, because I do follow, like, everyone on my Instagram is pregnant for some reason, and was before I was. And I follow someone, she's called the Instagram's called Joanne Kemp. I think it's like her and a boyfriend, and she's like 35 weeks or something now. She's really like ready for giving birth. She does CrossFit, and she's still doing CrossFit, and she looks great. And I think that's what I want. I don't want to get to the end of my pregnancy and be double the size. Like, I do want to keep myself active. I said to Stefan, like, I want to go for a walk every single day. Even if I don't feel like going to the gym, I want to go for a walk every single day. I want to keep myself active for as long as I possibly can. And yeah, So that's it so far. I keep my caffeine consumption down as much as possible because I read somewhere last night that your caffeine has the same effect on your baby as it does you. So I've got myself a little lemon, ginger and honey, and I'm quite addicted to this at the minute. It's quite nice. So yeah, I'm just wondering if there's anything else I wanted to tell you about. Smells, I'm like, if something smells strong, I'm like, but I'm like that anyway. I don't know whether I'm just trying to find things that I'm like that anyway, so the fact I'm pregnant has got nothing to do with that. But yes, I'm going to sign off for now and I will catch up with you when I've got something else to update you on. Mwah! Hello angels, just a little pregnancy update. Still can't believe it, to be quite honest. Sorry, we are a couple of weeks since you last heard from me. It's been very, very busy and I had not had the time to pick the camera up. However, I haven't really got much to update you on, to be quite honest. I am currently... That's nothing to do with pregnancy, I'm a windy person anyway. 8 weeks and 5 days. And I just feel really weird, like... I think because I haven't yet told anyone, it doesn't feel real. Like, I'm saying I'm pregnant to myself and obviously to you guys. And like me and Stefan talk about it obviously all the time, but I feel like I'm faking it. Like I'm saying it but it's not actually real. I don't think I'm going to be one of them mums. Like, and no offence to anyone that's like this, because maybe I will turn out like this. Maybe, imagine if I do. But I really don't like it when women are like, no, until you've had a child, until you have had a child, you have no idea. You have no idea about this. You have no idea about that. I really find that so irritating. So I'm not going to be one of them women until you're a mom. Nothing you say is relevant. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I've been made to feel. That's kind of like how I took that, possibly in the wrong way. But anyway, hang on. Like, TMI. I've probably never mentioned this on my vlogs before because why on earth would I? But I am a very windy person. I burp and I fart. Like, I'm sorry that if you think that women shouldn't do that, but I do. It's a fact of life. And Stefan is very much the same. Sorry Stefan if you are watching this, my gorgeous baby boy. I'm just glad that he is very much like me in that department, because obviously that made me instantly like more comfortable around him. In the very, very early stages of our relationship, he knew that I was a farter, and you know, it just is one of them things. My point being that I feel like I'm getting it a lot more, but then all these things, these little symptoms that I think I've got, I don't know whether it's just in my head because I know I'm pregnant, so I'm like, oh, it must be pregnancy. So I don't know. Anyway, this is the first day in quite some time that I felt okay. I feel like I'm very, very, very lucky in the sickness department because I haven't been physically sick in all the time that I've obviously been aware that I'm pregnant. But the only way I can describe how I felt is hungover. Can I get a hell yeah? I have felt like I've had a hangover for the past 6 weeks, every single day. And it's not pleasant, because I think sometimes, like, if you feel like you need to be sick and you are sick, you do feel better. But I feel like when you feel sick and then you're not sick, it just continues. I wake up starving, like it's even more intense, but I cannot function until I eat. I cannot do anything, any task, nothing, until I've had something to eat. Whether it be just a little bowl of cereal or something. I feel sick because I've eaten. I feel sick when I'm hungry, and then I feel sick when I've eaten. And then I get like a nice half hour to an hour of where I feel okay. But that's just part of it, you know. And like I said, I do feel like I am really, really lucky because I haven't experienced any like actual vomiting, which I'm really glad about, because I mean, nobody enjoys that. Anyway, we'll move on from that. I look pregnant. I'm a very bloated person. I do think I suffer with a very mild case of IBS, self-diagnosed. I can puff my stomach out to look pregnant pre-pregnancy. But I am terribly, terribly bloated. It's me trying to hold my stomach in. Ignore the Easter egg in the background. Am I pregnant or have I just eaten too many Easter eggs? I'll leave you to think about that. Yeah, the hunger is phenom. Absolutely phenom. I, last week, did go through, in one day, 2 packs of Haribo's. Oh, God. And, yeah. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm still exercising. I'm still getting my steps in. Every single day, I do want to dedicate a video to my sort of fitness. Because, obviously, I can't do any pregnancy-specific videos until I've announced it. Who do I think I am? Not even my mum knows yet, and it's killing me. I tell my mum everything, and it's really breaking my heart that I've not told her. In fact, it's making me a bit upset. Emotions are high. Waiting for that scan picture because we still don't, me and Steph and just still don't think it's real. Like, I'm talking to my belly and I've got this this app called Pregnancy Plus, and it is like, it's so amazing. Each week it shows you like what your baby looks like. So like, for example, week 7, and then you get like a little information thing to like, the brain is developing, blah blah blah, like, you get the picture. As I'm 8 weeks and 5 days, I'm on obviously the 9th week, and this is currently what? Listen. So sometimes I just sit and I listen to that, even though that's not my baby's heartbeat. It just makes me feel like I'm with the child, the wee child. This week's very important because it says this is the week that your baby's reproductive organs will either become testes or ovaries. This week is when little bambino is going to get a little penis or a vagine. So that's exciting. It's weird. I did not expect to come on here and have a good old 15-minute chin wag. I don't know how long this first trimester vlog is going to be. But yeah, I do want to include, like I said, some of my fitness content, and which I know I always say this anyway, what I'm eating, because I feel like there's not a lot of it out there, as in like what to do, like what's safe when you're pregnant, exercise wise. But I'm just taking it as I'm doing what feels comfortable. Obviously I'm not very heavily pregnant at the minute, but I'm terrified that in these early stages that if I do something to harm the baby, even though it's so teeny tiny, I do want to keep myself as safe as possible. So if I wake up and I don't feel, because let me tell you, I have woke up and felt like dog shit on some days and I've just gone for a walk. But if I wake up and I don't feel like I want to go and lift some heavy weights, then I won't do that. I might go and just walk on the treadmill, see how I feel. If I feel like I'm feeling a little bit better while I'm in there, I might throw a couple of little free weights around, just little light ones. Just feel like keeping my body moving and keeping going is healthy for me. Obviously, I think if you're not a person that exercises regularly anywhere, and then all of a sudden you get pregnant and all of a sudden you start exercising, it's probably not, I don't know, I'm not an expert. But what I'm saying is, I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing just as long as I feel comfortable. So, my point being, bloody hell, just don't feel like there's a lot of fitness-based content out there around pregnant women. I want to see what other people eat in a day, because I want to know, like, what are good things to eat when you're pregnant. First thing that the doctor told me, or the nurse told me, was you can't have soft-boiled eggs. I can't eat any Parma ham, smoked salmon, which I love on a bagel. Also, I think there's a lot of scaremongering out there, because I sleep on my back, right? I find it terribly comfortable to sleep on my back. At the minute, my boobs are massive, heavy things, like big sandbags. So when I sleep on my side, I feel like there's a lot of like pressure. I don't know, it doesn't feel good. Really uncomfortable on my side at the minute. So I am sleeping on my back. Well, I saw this thing yesterday. What was I watching? Can't even remember what I saw. I must have read it somewhere or seen it. So she was pregnant, this lady, and she was saying, well, obviously I can't sleep on my back. And I was like, she was heavily pregnant, right? Just bear that in mind. And I was like, sorry honey, I sleep on my back every night. So then I was Googling, and then it was like, it increased risks to the baby, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh shit. But it's only after like 25 weeks or something like that. So obviously the heavier I get, the more unlikely it is that I am going to be sleeping on my back. And I will get one of those beautiful little maternity pillows, which I'm really excited to start getting little things like that. So yeah, I haven't bought anything so far, because obviously we don't really know, because we don't know what we're having, and it just feels like such a long time away. So yes, I'm going to stop ranting now, because I feel like I've been talking for a very, very long time, and I want to get back to my Easter egg, if you don't mind. Filming another vlog, one in which you don't know I'm pregnant. I was saying it's currently the I was saying it was the 18th, it's actually the 19th of April today, and I'm still snacking on Easter eggs. This is a problem, because I don't just have like a little bit as well, it's like it's nearly a full Easter egg gone. Sorry about that. Anyway, thank you for staying tuned. If you're still here at this point, this is probably only midway through this vlog. Future me that's editing this, you are welcome. Hello honeys, still on the same day. I just feel like I've got a lot to say for myself today. I've just been going through some clothes, getting them on Vinted. I'm going on a little bit of a shopping trip tomorrow, just to like refresh some basics, and I thought before I start buying new stuff, I'm going to put my old stuff on Vinted. I had like a whole load of clothes in the attic, what have been there for months, and I pulled some stuff out thinking, obviously when I put that stuff away I wasn't pregnant, and didn't think I'd be getting pregnant anytime soon. So like, for example, this white shirt, it is just from Misguided, very thin and cheap looking. Like, Zara shirts are so much better. However, at this moment in time I just don't care. I had these leggings on before the gym, and oh my god, they were so tight. You would think I am like 6 months. I am huge, really big. I've just been taking some little pictures of myself. Should I show you? This is a bit embarrassing. I'm just in my knickers, I hope you don't mind. For 2 months pregnant, well 9 weeks, like I would not be surprised if there are twins in there, because I feel huge. I'm convinced that I'm a lot further along in my pregnancy than I think. I've got an appointment next week, I think it's next week, with a maternity midwife. I am clueless. And I rang up because Stefan was like, do you want me to come with you or not? But obviously I don't want him to come to appointments where he doesn't really need to be there and like take time off work and stuff. So obviously he's going to be at every single scan and everything that is important. But I rang up just to see what the appointment was for, and if he really needed to be there. I think it's just checking my blood pressure, taking some bloods. Yeah, probably just giving me a little bit more information.
But he knows yet, do they?
No. So this is the first... Hang on, let me start again. I'm nervous. It's the first time Stefan's actually been on this vlog, so... Daddy, over here, how do we feel? How do we feel?
Very excited. It's mad that we can't tell anybody yet though, isn't it?
I know. Are you wearing pink for any specific reason?
Because you're wearing pink.
Yeah, he keeps telling me how big I am.
You're bloody massive.
Look at the size. It is all bloating though, Huns, it is bloating. Because I joined a little Facebook group yesterday for babies due in November 2023. Just because, obviously, sorry baby.
It's alright.
Just because, obviously, I don't know anyone else that's pregnant. It's just nice to, you know, share the journey with people. And I just put like, hi girls. I said, I introduced myself, and then I said about how bloated I am. Sort of, I'm not sure if I'm expecting twins or if I'm a lot further along than I am. But Stefan said we're going to struggle hiding it for much longer, aren't we?
Yeah, it's huge, your belly.
But yeah, are we excited?
Yeah, very excited. A little boy now, on his way.
That's it.
Well, we don't know if he's a boy or a girl, do we? But we keep thinking it's a boy, don't we?
You keep saying boy. I think I might have to cut all that out, especially if it is a girl. It turns out it's a girl. When do you think that we'll like put this video out or like announce it?
Well, this video will have to come out after we've announced it, which is in one of
I know that bit.
3 weeks, really, isn't it?
We're not announcing it in 3 weeks, are we?
Well, that'd be 12 weeks, wouldn't it?
Yeah, no, but I didn't know whether you wanted to maybe wait a little bit longer than that.
I mean, it's going to be hard for you not to show it in another 3 weeks. You're going to be the size of a bloody ice.
This cheeky bastard. I've still got till Christmas, yeah. I'm going to be huge.
In 3 weeks, it's going to be hard for you to hide that.
I want to know, like, at what point does it stop being bloat and start being baby?
Well, tell them what size the baby is now.
Oh, it's like the size of oh, it's the size of a gummy bear.
A gummy bear, right? and then the size of your belly. So it's about the size of your belly button, the baby at the minute, isn't it?
So there might be 5 gummy bears.
My hand.
I am pushing it out there a bit. I need a wee as well. I need a wee.
Tell the Huns how sensitive your belly button is, and I'm not allowed to touch your belly button.
Yeah, but that's nothing to do with being pregnant.
Yeah, but so when I want to stroke the belly and have a little stroke at baby, every time I caress your belly button,
right? Does anyone else's boyfriend just love doing things that they know annoy them? So like going anywhere near my fucking belly button, it's not acceptable. But he loves doing it. I'll go, will you just give my belly a little rub? I've got a bit of wind. Yeah. TMI. And also just give my belly a little rub, and he'll rub, and then he'll go, and he knows it makes me go, ugh, and it's horrible. And he come into the garden yesterday. If I can remember, I'll insert the footage. I was sat outside. I thought I'd have a little 10 minutes to myself listening to my 2 new mums podcast. Sat outside, and then the next thing, the back door opens, and I hear him shout, "Give me your money!" And I went, "Ah!" It scares me. You shouldn't do that to a pregnant lady.
Well, can I just say, in my defence, I forget that you're pregnant because we've not told anybody you're pregnant yet. I forget that you're pregnant. Why have you got your sunglasses on?
It's a little bit rude.
Well, because we were going outside and then you just decided to start vlogging. Plus, I look fucking terrible.
No, you don't look terrible. Mwah. Mwah. I love you.
Give me all your money.
It is now the 26th of April. That's what I was saying. I've been listening to a podcast called 2 New Mums. And I've gone right back to the beginning, and it's basically 2 women that I don't actually know who they are or what they do, but they found out they were pregnant. I think they already had a podcast called 2 Non-Blondes. This is what I'm gathering. And they changed it to 2 New Mums or something like that. And they basically found out they were pregnant at practically the same time, like a few days apart. It's just been really, really good, and it's just been nice to like listen to, because I do find myself giving myself a really hard time at the minute because I can't speak to anybody about it, obviously, apart from Stefan, and God loves Stefan. I just don't think men understand, and I didn't understand. I used to think to myself so naively, I'd be like, oh, I'm not going to be one of them women that just say, oh, I'm eating for 2, and like end up eating loads of shit. And I was like, I'm still going to go to the gym and blah, blah, blah. But now that I am pregnant, I have literally had a hangover now for 10 weeks. I've had a 10-week hangover. That's how I feel. I feel terrible. There are women that feel a lot worse. Like, I'm lucky I haven't been sick. I am just nauseous all the time. I've got a headache. I've got a stomach ache. Just the symptoms just not great. Just a bit under the weather. Hangover is the only way I can describe it. But it's just so nice to like listen to these women who are saying, stop giving yourself a hard time. If you want something sweet, just eat it. Don't starve yourself, blah blah blah. It's just nice to listen to someone that understands how you're feeling, because they're feeling exactly the same at that moment in time. So yes, I have an appointment tomorrow. I think it's just for some blood tests. I did not know what to expect. I went back to some of Jamie Genevieve's old YouTube videos earlier as well, just from when she like found out she was pregnant. It's just nice to just relate. I've been having mini meltdowns about my appearance as well, which is so superficial and shallow, very shallow. Now it's like, oh, are you tired, little man? Now I'm like, oh, the baby's the size of a grape, but I'm the size of an elephant. How does that work? Why is that? And why can I not stop eating? And I don't know, so I had a bit of a cry the other day, and I can feel myself, excuse me, I can feel myself tearing up all the time. I think that's all the updates I have for you right now. Oh, I curled my hair because I was feeling a bit shit about my appearance. That's what I was going to say. I curled my hair before, and I put some tanning drops in my water, and I put some tanning drops into my moisturiser last night so that I had a little bit of a glow this morning. Put a little bit of fake tan on, only on my neck and chest. Because I can't be arsed shaving my legs to put tan on. That's cool. Hello my darlings, good afternoon and a very happy Tuesday to you. It is quite some time since you last heard from me in this little pregnancy vlog. Initially I was going to do it as a bit of a first trimester vlog, but we are now fully in the swing of the second trimester. I didn't even speak to you like before our first scan. I went straight from work, like I finished work and then I was straight there, and it was all a bit of a rush, so I didn't really I didn't film anything. So anyway, but it was like so amazing. Like our first scan was incredible. But we are actually now 17 weeks tomorrow and we are on our way for our gender scan, which is so exciting. Are you excited, babes? I feel a bit sick. So we are going to a place called Ultrasound Direct, which we was initially going to one in Bolton. Text and changed the address now, so we're going to one near the Trafford Centre apparently. But yeah, any updates? I have felt fine, like absolutely fine. My only updates in the first, like my first trimester, what you already saw, was like I felt not 100%, like I felt a little bit sick most of the time. But that's subsided. Like I honestly, like I get so excited for these scans because it's like I forgot that there's a baby in there, and that's why it's just so incredible when I see one, because other than having a massive keg and massive boobs, there's just nothing else that proves that I've actually got a baby inside me. So it's all very, very exciting. I don't actually think you can film in the places. I might ask. We'll see. We are going to find out today whether we are team pink or team blue. This shirt was not colour coordinated for any particular reason. This shirt, by the way, is very cute. I'm trying to style my new body and just not continue just wearing leggings and a jumper, because that's just, it's just not a vibe anymore, and I feel like a bit of a scruff sometimes, so I am trying to rest the bump. So today we have on this little shirt from Primark. It's a cropped shirt, white jeans that oh god, it's like being with Lewis Hamilton. Some white jeans that I was going to sell on Vinted, but they actually fit me now that I'm pregnant and rather large. I do forget how long it's been since I actually spoke to you about being pregnant, because the last couple of vlogs I've done, no pregnancy has been mentioned, no filming of below the breast area, because just nobody needs to see that right now, because nobody knows. Well, everybody knows now.
Have you not ironed it?
No, I've not ironed it.
It's all creased at the back.
I know it's creased at the back, baby, but I have nothing else to wear.
Yeah, but you own an iron.
Yeah, but you were rushing me. Anywho, obviously since we last spoke, all our close friends and family now know. Like everyone's reaction was so amazing, like so amazing. I love watching reaction videos like on YouTube and stuff, because it always makes me cry. Something about that, like for me, just didn't feel right. Like filming people and whatever, but like everyone's reaction was so good. It was so amazing. And so yeah, we actually waited till, god, I was like 15 weeks before we actually told people. We went for our 12-week scan, and I was actually 14, a lot further along than we thought. So yeah, like the first half of this pregnancy is just absolutely flying by. It feels like we've only just started telling people. So we decided we wanted to find out what the gender was before we like put anything on Instagram and stuff, obviously before this video goes up, hence why I'm adding this into my first trimester vlog, which is not a first trimester vlog anymore, because we are well into our second trimester. We're 4 minutes away now, and I'm so excited, but I'm scared too. I don't know why.
Just a little excited.
Darlings, we are just on our way back from our gender scan. Quite speechless. We're having a boy! Woo!
Get you there.
Oh, we cried our eyes out.
You cried.
I won't tell them. I'll cut that. Cut that. So this is our little boy and his pee-pee. Is that inappropriate?
No, that's fine. That's how we tell if it's a boy or not.
Well, yeah. I always said I wanted to be a boy mum. Always. But you know, I would have been absolutely over the moon with a little mini me. But either way, I'm just so happy.
And how many blue things did we see on the way there?
Saw so many blue things on the way. There's like loads of blue bins. It must have been
blue front doors,
blue bin day, obviously. Blue cars. But you don't see many pink bins, pink cars, pink doors, do you?
No, but everything was blue. Just
everything was blue. Wearing the blue shirt worked. Let me tell you something. If you are wanting a boy. Okay, there is a period of time, if you get the Pregnancy Plus app, it tells you, each week it tells you like at what stage your baby's at, and there was at one time earlier in the pregnancy where his genitalia, his or hers genitalia was being formed, and on that week we did play some football chants, didn't we?
Yeah. Some
football songs to the bump. So yeah, we've got everything we ever dreamed of, and I'm gonna be a football mom.